Hello, and welcome to second episode of JDUB&FRIENDS. I'm JDub, and my friend joining me today is Clayton. How you doing, Clayton?
Good, how you doing?
Doing all right, can't complain. Um,
All right.
you are an Eagles fan, so this is an Eagles
I am.
takeover, I guess.
Yep.
We did one of these on Jordan James' podcast, Let Loose. So we been around together before doing this stuff.
That's
But
good.
I don't know you as well as, some of the other guests I've had. So what I'm gonna do first is just ask 5 questions. Most of them have to do with the Eagles.
All right.
However, there might be a little surprise at the end.
All right.
So, the first question actually, what is your Mount Rushmore of Eagles players?
I did this the other week on Facebook, man. Um, let's see if I remember who I had on there. I had Dawkins for sure.
Mm.
That was in on there. Um, I did tell Jordan I put Nick Foles on there. He didn't like that too much, but the only quarterback to get us a ring,
Right.
I had to throw him on there. Um, who else would I throw on there? Um, because he's my favorite Eagles player, Jason Kelsey.
Okay. I
Um,
just,
Oh man, who else would I throw in there? Um, Probably Reggie White.
okay.
That's
It's a good four.
how great he was.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't complain at that.
no, that's a pretty good four. Second question I have for you. What are since it's kind of around the same question, but if you had your favorite Eagles of all time, who would they be? Your top five?
Five favorite Eagles players all time.
Hmm.
Let me go from like 1 to 5 or 5 to 1.
Whatever you want to do.
All right, I'll go 1 to 5.
All right.
One, Brian Dawkins, easy. Number two, probably Brian Westbrook.
Hmm.
When I played football, I was running back, so I wore number 36 as well.
Okay.
Um, Number three, probably To
Hmm.
Menace. Four, I'll go Jason Kelsey.
Okay.
5, just because he's a certified trash talker, Brandon Graham. Certified trash talker. No one in the
Michigan,
game does it like him. Yeah.
right? Michigan man too.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Number third question. Now this is gonna be kind of one of those things. He got, one of them got a ring, one of them didn't get a ring until later. But Andy Reid or Doug Peterson?
Oh, man. I'll tell you what. Doug Peterson's first season, I did not like him as much.
Hmm.
A lot of fourth down calls going for it didn't work out. Not was not it. And then, man, I'm gonna go Doug Peterson still, just
Okay.
because got his ring with us, and he was a quarterback for the Eagles like a long time ago. So
Yep.
I'll stick with Doug.
All right. And the last two questions actually. Which franchise in sports, doesn't have to be NFL, do you hate the most?
Oh man, Yes, Dallas. I can't stand Dallas players. Every year, same shit. That's their year. I can't stand it because you have those delusional fans. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's every year at them. I can't stand it.
I understand that
Cannot
completely. Yeah.
stand it.
It's only
I
been.
look forward to Dallas week. You know,
Yep.
a close second though has got to be the Patriots.
Mm.
They dick ride Tom Brady, man.
They have had a good, season since he's left, but
Not any good ones. No.
no. And the last question. Uh, this is another sports question. I just thought, what, 5 sports questions sound good today. But
All
what
right.
is the best sports movie?
Oh man, dude, me and Jordan just talked about it. This is so tough. My all-time favorite sports movie is Remember the Titans.
That's a great movie.
It almost has to be. It's a 10 out of 10, perfect, um, inspiring for one, and great story. Great
Yeah.
story.
Denzel acts his ass off in that movie too.
Oh yeah, true. You take that away from him?
Right. So, tonight, like I said, we're gonna be talking about the Eagles. He's a big Eagles fan. I'm a big Eagles fan. We should have won the Super Bowl last year.
But
Yeah.
it happens. Shit
Yep.
happens.
Bad
We'll be back
holding.
next year.
Yep. Should be bad
A lot of
holding
bad
call.
calls, but I think defensively we didn't show up.
Yeah, that
That's take away anything else, we were perfect. Except for
yep.
that one fumble, but still, defensively we weren't there.
Right. Yep, exactly. So my first little segment I want to get into is what was your reaction to the Eagles draft this year? And do you think we filled in our all our holes that we needed to?
100% we filled in all the holes. This we got that whole Georgia defense basically, which I'm
Hmm.
not mad at. I'm really not. Uh, I think we won the draft. I really do. Trading up for the number 9 after Robinson got picked, which honestly, after getting Swift, I'm kind of glad we like passed up on Robin or didn't get him because we got
Hmm.
Jalen Carter, which is going to be nice considering we got rid of Hargrave. So I
Yeah.
think either Carter's going to step up or Jordan Davis,
Mm.
either one. Got Nolan Smith at linebacker, and I'm not mad at that because we got rid of Kaiser White and T.J. Edwards,
Hmm.
which does suck. It really does, but that gives Nakobe Dean a chance to step up too
Yep.
with Nolan. So I think we did really good. And honestly, I'm not mad at everything. I do like we got Sidney Brown too. I like that. Um, Tanner McKee, sure, why not? Just get an extra quarterback in there
Hmm.
because we did get Marcus Mariota, which was nice. I like that as a backup.
Yep.
With his knowledge to the game, I think him and Jalen Hurts
Hmm.
will work well together.
Yep. I
Overall, I think A plus, A plus. Howie Roseman really did it.
which is
He
kind
did
of
good.
which is surprising because last few years before the last couple of years he hasn't been drafting very
Nothing
well.
great, no. And I was telling Jordan, I take back this now. A few years ago when we got Jalen Hurts in the draft, I was not. It wasn't the greatest day. Like I remember watching it, and I was like, "What the hell do we need this guy for?" Carson
Hmm.
Wentz is doing amazing right now.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And then Wentz went to shit real quick.
Yep.
So I'm happy about it now, but at the time I wasn't. So
Yep.
yeah, bad drafts, but finally
Do,
figured it out.
now, do you think giving up, a few picks for Swift was a good play, or do you think we should have tried to get, see what?
I think if Swift stays healthy, yes,
Mhm.
because that's what me and Jordan were talking about. Him being a Lions fan,
Yeah.
um, he at first I think he was mad about it, but then he went off about how Swift can never stay healthy, which is true.
Mhm.
But when he is healthy, he's a top 5 running back in my opinion.
Mhm.
I mean, you saw what he did to us last season, week 1,
True.
ripped that defense apart. They almost came back and won. So if healthy, we can kill them running or passing the ball.
Yep.
So
Very true.
I'm not mad at that.
Now, do you think that any of our big um off-season losses this year are going to hurt us more than?
Um, I think the biggest off-season losses that I'm most upset about was Hargrave and Gardner Johnson.
Mhm.
I mean, Gardner Johnson did what he had to do,
Mhm.
get paid right now. He would have got the same amount if he went with us just over time.
Yep.
So he had to get that money now. So I respect that, but I mean, we re-signed Slay.
Mhm.
I would have rather Gardner Johnson,
Yeah,
but
I see that.
Slay's not bad. That gives Blankenship a chance to come in and step up too, because he filled in
Mhm.
for Gardner Johnson when he went out.
Yeah.
So, and we got still got Bradbury, which I like.
Yeah.
Um, which not bad. And
Yeah.
Hargrave went to the Niners.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's whatever.
I think um oh, I just my Bradbury was probably our biggest pickup that we need to do this offseason. I think he was, he's young enough, he's good enough that,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
he'll
we
step
need
up,
that.
make plays. I
Yep.
think he's unlike Slay. I mean, Slay steps up when we
Hmm.
need him, but not all game. So
You're
Bradbury
right.
can do that all game. So which will be nice, nice to
Do you,
watch.
do you think our defensive line will be as explosive as it was last year with all the sacks we got, or you think we'll have less sacks this year?
Dude, it depends. We got a new defensive coordinator, so
Hmm.
it all depends how he utilizes them. But I think if Hassan Reddick has another season like last year, I think he'll break 20 sacks. He had what, 17, 18
Some
last year, something like that.
something like that, yeah. Yeah, that
So
was.
it
I
was
mean,
impressive.
yeah,
It was
definitely.
impressive. So
Even.
um I want to say yes. I
Hmm.
do. I think Brandon Graham coming off his record season for him at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even after
I
the
think it'll be good, but not as good. Not as
even
good.
after the injury they had the year before, and
Yeah,
he came back and played like that. I mean, that's impressive.
that is. I mean, he's been in the league a while, so he definitely deserved it.
Hmm.
It was definitely earned for sure. I do think we'll have an incredible defensive year just because all that chemistry from being at Georgia. I, I mean, defensively, I don't see any like weak points. I
Hmm.
should say I really don't. I mean, just seeing how these rookies step up. That's all.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Do you think Jordan Davis or N'Kobe Dean has a better year this year?
I would hope so. I mean, to be fair, Jordan Davis was missed a few weeks last year
Hmm.
with was that ankle injury or something. So he didn't miss a whole lot, but he did make an impact when he was on the field. He
Yeah.
did. Um, I do think they'll have a good year this year. Yeah, definitely. Now that Hargrave's going, they're gonna have to step up for sure.
Yep. Yeah. Hargrave was I think, another big loss for us this year.
That was a big loss for sure.
But
So
uh, I think, I mean, with the draft that we had, I think we pretty much won the draft. We won, made a lot of trades this year. I mean, even the NFL draft this year had what, like 20 trades or something like that, they said,
yeah, there was a lot. Yeah,
which is insane. But I
it
think,
really is. Yeah.
I think we made some good pickups, like you said. Now the next thing is, do we feel like that Mariota is going to be a lot better running or quarterback as a backup than um oh well, I can't think of his name. Minshew was last year.
Yes, I really do. Uh, when I went to go see them play against the Saints, uh, that first half was embarrassing.
Hmm.
I think we only had like 20 some yards of total offense. It was not good. And I could see their plan. They were trying to play Minshew like Hurts, and that's not
Hmm.
gonna happen. Minshew is not the same quarterback. I mean, he can throw the ball, yes,
Hmm.
but he cannot run. He
Yep.
really can. I watched him run out of the pocket. I don't know how many times, get sacked, throw it away, just something. Wasn't
Hmm.
moving the ball. So I do think Mariota can run the ball
Hmm.
way better than Minshew. He's not Hurts, but he can run if he needs to.
Right.
So I think he's a better backup. But hopefully he doesn't need to come in unless like we're blowing him out. So
Now,
like to see Hurts play all season.
do you think they'll use Mariota kind of like they do Hill in New Orleans sometimes?
Um, I don't I don't think so. No, watching Hill play, dude, it was like one whole drive, the same play. As soon as he got the ball, quarterback sneak.
Hmm.
I think he can do that because he's so dominant. He can throw a touchdown and then the next play go catch a touchdown. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't see Mariota being the same like asset
Hmm.
as Hill, but I do think maybe to kind of keep Hurts healthier, like on those fourth and inches when we quarterback sneak. Why not throw Mariota in there for that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh, just to kind of keep Hurts out of that pile up. So
Hmm. Now, what I was thinking, which kind of was a hot take, because Jordan even said, I was wrong. But
yeah.
what would you have thought of getting Cam Newton instead of Mariota?
I heard rumors of that. I don't like that at all. In my
Mm.
opinion, Cam Newton has been out. I don't even know. I know he last played for the Patriots, right, or something like that.
Yeah, he played with the
Or he came back.
Panthers last
He
year.
did come back to the Panthers.
Yep,
He didn't do a whole lot with them. I mean, his prime was what 2015.
something
That
like
was
that. Yeah,
how long ago?
yeah.
So I like Mariota better.
Hmm.
I do know Cam Newton has been putting work in this offseason trying to come back, but I think the game's a little more harder now than it was in 2015.
Hmm.
So I like Mariota better.
Yeah.
In my
The
opinion.
only thing I was thinking about with Cam Newton is like, all right, like you said, fourth and inches. I mean, he's a big
He's a big
boy.
dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for those scenarios, it can go either or Mariota or Newton.
Hmm.
But if like Hurts were to go out a game, I'd pick Mariota.
Hmm.
over Newton. That's just
Do
my
you,
preference.
speaking of 4th and inches, do you hate the new rule now that they can't push the quarterback from behind?
Yeah, but I mean, yes and no. Yes, it's stupid, but no, because I feel like Hurts can get that inch with or without him. No other quarterbacks squatting 600 pounds. So I mean,
Right. Yeah.
we can do it without, but it does suck because a lot of the time, I don't know if you, I'm sure you have, like a lot of the time, you see like Dallas Goddard grab Hurts and pull him in or
Hmm.
something like that. So I mean, yeah, it sucks, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe switch it up, run a lot of read options. I don't know.
Yeah. I believe that that was just because the Eagles had used it so well last year, they're like, gotta make it more, level now, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I get where they're coming from. It was like a 90 some completion rate
Yeah.
percentage, so I can see why people would complain.
Which,
But
yeah, pretty high
but
up
no
there.
one did it like us. No one has that offensive line. No one has that quarterback. So
Hmm.
they're gonna haters are gonna hate. That's all.
Yeah. Best offensive line in the league.
Yeah, I cannot complain at that. No.
So speaking of the Eagles and how, this year's gonna go, what do you think of the Eagles' schedule this year?
Um, I actually like it a lot. I really do. Uh, all the sports experts say it's the hardest schedule this year.
Hmm.
I disagree. I don't think it's that tough. I predict 15-2.
Okay.
Um, the two games I have us losing, controversial. I have us losing to Buffalo in Philly,
Okay.
but and the other one I have us losing is Dallas in Dallas.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's I know because we're gonna beat Dallas and Philly in week 9,
Hmm.
and then I think we come off our bye and go to Kansas City and win that. I think we will beat them,
Hmm.
but every other game I have us winning. But that's 15-2. I
So you
like
could
that.
so you could see us being undefeated when we go into our bye week then.
I can see us going 9-0, coming out of a bye, get anyone who's kind of hurt or banged up healed by the time we go to Kansas City. So, but we do
Hmm.
have a lot of primetime Monday night games this year. I think we have 5, what I saw.
Hmm.
But week 1 to week 2, we play Sunday and then go play Thursday night against
Yep.
the Vikings in Philly, which will be nice to beat the
Hmm.
Patriots week 1 and then go stomp the Vikings. So
Yeah.
I like that. I do.
Are you going any games this year?
I would like to. I would really like to. I'm trying to go see the preseason in Baltimore because
Okay.
my father-in-law, he's a big Ravens fan. So we're gonna go probably see that. The games I would like to go see, I want to well, my friends are Washington fans, so we
Okay.
normally go see them play in Washington because they're scared to come to Philly. Which, to be fair, I'd understand, but come on now. I go to Washington. Well, here's the thing. We went to a couple Washington games in Washington, and it was like 95% Eagles fans. It was pretty pathetic for
Yeah.
them, but I mean, you have a sorry fan base. That's all. It's a sad organization. It really is. But yeah, I want to go see both Commanders games in Philly and in Washington.
Mhm.
Um, my brother, he's a Patriots fan. He wanted to go to that game, but
Mhm.
I'm not driving all the way there.
Yeah. Tickets for that
So
game are not very cheap right now either.
nah, I looked today. They were like $450 starting,
Yeah.
and there's like the very top of the stadium, and I was like, yeah,
Yep.
no, but I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it
Now,
ain't worth that much to watch us win.
now we did the game I'm kind of thinking about is week 6 against the Jets. That's a
Yeah,
game that I could see depending on. I mean, we beat Rodgers, you know,
yeah. I mean, the
pretty
Eagles
consistently.
are undefeated against the Jets, so
Hmm.
but that Jets is a different team. They got Aaron
Hmm.
Rodgers. They got some weapons from the Packers. They got what Lazard too.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
different
That's.
Jets team, but still, I still think Aaron Rodgers' ego is gonna get in the way.
Mhm.
That's what happens, man. You got a Hall of Fame quarterback with a bunch of young guys. That
Yep.
ego's gonna get in the way. He's gonna think he's too good. I I don't think I think the Jets will have a good season, but not that good.
Hmm. Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's one of the teams I've been on our schedule. I was looking at that. I'm like, that could be, a good game, could be, close, but then, with the way we played against Aaron Rodgers last year and basically knocking
Yeah,
him out, and Jordan was kind of happy about that because they had to play against,
both of
Rodgers.
them,
So,
yeah. That Lions team this year is gonna be pretty good. I'm waiting.
hmm
I have high expectations for them, so I hope that franchise history doesn't get in the way and they choke, man.
yeah,
Because they got, oh man, they got so many good weapons there.
yeah,
I just
definitely,
want to see them do something. I really do. Just win that division, please. It's not
yeah.
a hard division to win. It's really not. So I think
N-
they'll sneak into the playoffs.
Now, if we do lose, like let's say worst case scenario, like terrible, something happens, Hurts gets hurt. What do you see the Eagles doing with Mariota under center for the season?
Um, that's tough, man. I do think maybe that Jets game could go a different way.
Hmm
Um, that Dolphins maybe. Um, it could go either way with those Dallas games.
hmm
If say Mariota is in against the Chiefs, man, I don't see us winning that.
hmm
Maybe that 49ers, that could be a tough one too with Mariota. Um, I think we sweep the Giants with or without Hurts.
hmm
And then Seattle, that's gonna be a tough game too. Say we have Mariota in for that. Then we could stomp the Cardinals pretty easily with Mariota. So we had Mariota in. Say we didn't say Hurts missed all season.
hmm
Oh, I think maybe like 11-4,
Okay.
10-5, uh, or 10-7. I mean,
hmm Yeah, I hope it
yeah,
does. No.
definitely it changes a few games, but
hmm
still a winning record.
Yeah.
I would like that number one seed in the playoffs, though.
Yeah.
I would first round bye, rest up.
Mhm.
So
Now, speaking of the playoffs, do you think there'll be more teams from NFC East that'll make the playoffs this year than any other division again? Or do you think there'll be another
um,
division, NFC, that's gonna?
no, I think the Commanders still struggling. I definitely don't think they're gonna make it. I think the Giants had a. I think what they did last year was good. Saquon
Mm,
stayed healthy
Yeah.
finally, so we saw they could win games with Saquon. Um, I think it was just a one and done thing for them. I really do. Had a
hmm
promising year, playoffs, and then saw what happened there. Um, yeah, I don't see the Giants making it.
hmm
I think they'll have a good record, but I think that just if they do make it in,
hmm
6 or 7 seed, maybe.
hmm
But I do think Philly and Dallas, definitely Philly for sure.
hmm
That's out of the picture. Dallas, probably.
Yeah.
But Dallas, that's what they do every year. They'll make it, choke.
Yeah.
Nothing new. But
Do you feel like most of the Dallas's problems are with Dak Prescott, or you think it's the
oh, I've been
offense?
saying it for the longest time. I think they should give up on Dak.
hmm
Dak, he has he'll have those games where he looks like a top 5 quarterback, and the next week he'll go and throw 5 interceptions.
Yeah.
They get blown out. So I think they should give up on Dak. I do. That their running backs are really good. Tony Pollard, Zeke's all right.
hmm
Nothing special. And then you look at their receiver core. That's solid. It really is.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. When Dak went out that year when he broke his leg, came back,
hmm
solid quarterback. But like I said, I'd give up on him. I would. There's so many weapons out there.
hmm
I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I heard Dallas actually reached out to Wentz about backing up Dak. I don't know if it's true, but it was rumored the other day.
Yeah.
I saw it and I thought to myself, could you imagine that?
Right. Well, we already beat him twice, so
Mhm. That'd be pretty funny.
now do you
See
think
Wentz
that?
go to Dallas.
Do you think that they should have ran with Cooper Rush more last year? Or do you think that came back and
Mm. Oh man, I think Cooper Rush was doing good. He just after he lost to Philly, man.
Mhm.
To be fair, going against Philly, we were on a hot streak. We were winning. We picked him off like 3 times that night, something like that. Um, Cooper Rush was doing really good, but then as soon as we beat Cooper, he was what like 4-0, 5-0 going into
Yeah,
that
5 and
game,
0.
and then we beat him, and then oh, here comes the shit. We beat a backup quarterback, but
Yeah.
when he was 5-0, he was amazing.
Mhm.
So and then as
Yeah.
soon as they beat Minshew, oh, they beat that Philly defense. You know what I mean? Come on now.
Yep.
I don't know. Bunch of dumb excuses from Cowboys fans. That's all.
Mhm.
I do think they should have kept with Cooper Rush more.
Mhm.
I think they would have had a better because they lost to Washington the very last week, and they played Sam Howell,
Yeah.
the dude who hasn't played like shit all year. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's a team that needs to figure out what they're doing at quarterback, the
They
Commanders.
do. I honestly think Wentz could have been that guy, but the problem with Wentz, he needs weapons.
Mhm.
He needs a great receiver core. He needs a great offensive line. He needs great running backs, and even then, he's a subpar quarterback.
Yep.
But I mean, you saw what he did with Philly.
Yep.
He was amazing, but he had a great offensive line. I mean, the weapons for receivers weren't amazing. Our best receiver was Nelson Aguilar
Right.
or Alshon Jeffrey that year too.
Yep.
So
Nelson can't catch a ball to save his life, Aguilar.
yeah, fucking Butterfingers. That guy sucks. I'm glad he's with the Patriots, dude. I am.
Yeah.
Talk a lot of shit about that guy, man. What I mean, can't hate on got a ring.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but
Right.
that's not a receiver core you want.
Mm-mm.
But
No, the thing I
we
think with
get
the
Zach Ertz.
yeah.
It's solid, but
I think the thing with Wentz now is he had the same issue that McNabb did. Once he got that big injury, then the whole series for him changed.
yeah. Yeah, that injury, backup quarterback wins it for you, got your ring.
Hmm.
And I think he thought people would kind of overlook what Nick Foles did and focus on what he did all year long.
Hmm.
But honestly, if he did stay healthy, I don't think we would have that ring.
Yeah.
I really don't. It's just sad to say because he did amazing all year, but he
Mm.
probably would have choked somewhere in that playoffs. Probably the NFC Championship game against the Vikings.
Yeah.
Vikings came out swinging, and then defensively we showed up, and then Nick Foles went crazy with 3 touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah, it was
That
nuts.
flea flicker, that was nice.
Hmm.
So yeah, I I don't know. For Dallas, our whole division, I don't know why the hell the Giants paid Daniel Jones that much. He is
So,
not that good. He's
no.
not. He's an average quarterback.
Hmm.
That team itself is okay when Saquon's healthy.
Yep.
He's too good for that team. That's the best way to put it.
Definitely. That's
But
why.
the Commanders, they have weapons at receivers. They just need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Sam Howell's not it.
Mm. Nope. They. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't go after Aaron Rodgers or somebody like that.
I did. This is another rumor I heard. They actually reached out to the Chiefs about Mahomes.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
I know they wouldn't have got him just because the Chiefs will stay paying him as long as he wants.
Hmm.
But can you imagine what they would have gave up to get Patrick Mahomes in
Yeah.
Washington? But I know Washington was really pushing Lamar for a while.
Yeah.
Remember that, which I wouldn't have been opposed to. I mean, Washington needed him,
Hmm.
but it would have sucked to have Lamar in our division.
Yep.
So
See,
even then,
I would thinking that, if they didn't get, they didn't get their quarterback they wanted, whatever. They have them in the draft, they can get who they wanted, whoever, whatever. Why at that point, before that, Derek Carr was still available. You
he
know,
was, yeah.
I mean,
Derek Carr
he's
didn't have the best season though last year. He really
no,
didn't.
but I mean, any of the Commanders quarterbacks have a better season than or Derek Carr.
That's true. That is true. But you give Derek Carr a top 5 wide receiver, you'd
Hmm.
expect a lot out of that man.
Yeah.
Give him Devontae, and they had Josh Jacobs on that offense too, so
Hmm.
you'd expect some good things, but that was just pathetic.
Yeah.
That was worse than I don't know about worse than watching um, Russell Wilson, man. I
Yeah,
was tired of watching that man play all year. He sucked. That was brutal.
definitely, definitely. Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean, Derek Carr would have been. I feel like he was another one that had that great year, and then had the injury bug, and then hasn't been the same since either. I think
yeah,
that I think he was trying to force so many balls to Devontae Adams last year too. They're like, we had
that's
another
true.
wide receiver on the other side that was open or whatever, and he just never even looked that direction. I think,
Yeah, I mean Baker Mayfield, he was still available too
yeah,
before who signed him?
Tampa Bay
Bucks,
Buccaneers for
right?
some reason, yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
which threw me off for a complete loop because I mean I figured they were gonna go and draft a quarterback this year. Thought this
Yeah,
would be the year with all the talent in there. I mean, I knew Bryce Young was going number one, but then you have
yeah,
Sam Bam's guy, AR-15, who I think is going to be a wide receiver or tight end the league here in a few years because his accuracy
yeah,
is questionable for me. But that's a whole
yeah,
nother story. But I mean, you had him, you had Hookers coming off injury. I understand that, give him a year behind somebody. But I mean, I feel like there's a lot of quarterbacks in the draft this year that could have helped out.
yeah, for sure.
Um, Now, two more questions for you. One, about the season. Do you think the champion will come from the NFC or the AFC this year?
Okay, it's tough. It is. If it's Eagles in
Mhm,
there, there's not a whole lot of NFC teams that are up there with the Eagles. Like the Eagles are like the very top,
mhm,
and then it drops down a while, and then it's pretty close. Like 49ers, Dallas, um, who else would be in that category? I would even put Seattle in there.
mhm,
Just um, but that AFC, it could go. It's either the Chiefs, Bills, or Bengals.
mhm,
I honestly, this is what I would like to see. I would like to see the Eagles and Bengals.
mhm. I
I
understand
do.
that.
Give Joe Burrow a redemption game. Give Jalen Hurts redemption, and I think the Eagles will win that. I do. Um, as long as we show up on both sides of the ball,
Mhm,
but I do think the Eagles will. This is the redemption season. Revenge. We're out for blood for sure. I think everyone on that team is hungry. Um, Nick Sirianni, he's ready.
mhm.
I just hope injuries don't get in the way. That's the biggest concern for me. It's injuries.
Yep.
Either way, injuries. I mean, they happen,
Mhm.
but I'd like to avoid them.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but
Yeah.
yeah, definitely NFC if it's Eagles. So,
Mhm. Now, what team do you think is going to be the biggest surprise this year in the NFL?
um, oh man, biggest surprise for me. I'm hoping it's the Lions. I
Mhm,
am. Just all the weapons they brought to that team. I would hope so. But like I said, they have a terrible history
mhm.
of luck, I would
Right.
say. It's been almost what 2 decades since they won a playoff game.
Yeah. Almost three.
It's been a while,
Mhm.
and gotta give credit to Jordan for being a fan that long, man. That's tough. That's tough.
Yep. Yeah.
But
Yeah. I think they go if Goff goes. If Goff's injured, that's going to be a terrible
yeah,
season for them.
they should have brought a backup there that's
Mhm.
worthy. But Jared
Yep.
Goff's not a bad quarterback. He's really not.
No.
I saw a stat the other day. I think it was Jared Goff threw like 354 passes with no interceptions,
Yep.
and I almost had to look it up. I didn't believe it, but I mean, it was accurate. So
Do
gotta
you
give him that.
do you think they have enough weapons to make the playoffs this year, the Lions?
Yeah, they have the weapons on paper. They do.
Mhm.
They just gotta win because they almost turned it around last year. They had a chance, fell very short,
Mhm.
but on paper they have the weapons. They do. Um, Another surprising team that I hope I'm not I wouldn't say hope, but I think can be surprising would be the Panthers,
Mhm.
considering they got Bryce Young. They did get Miles Sanders coming
Mhm.
off his best season, so they got weapons there. But I'm hoping the Lions will be the biggest surprise for me.
Now, is there a team out there that you're like, oh man, or that everybody's like high on right now that's you feel is not going to do as great this year? Could be a surprise, like losses for them this year.
Um, what's high on? Uh, Trying to think here, man. Probably the 49ers, because I feel
Hmm.
like they're gonna be stuck on Brock Purdy. I think it was Mr. Relevant was gonna be relevant for one season. That's my opinion. I think they're gonna ride with Brock Purdy. I don't know what their schedule's like. I gotta sit down and look, but I can't imagine he does anything crazy.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think the 49ers are gonna drop off because, like I said, they look good on paper too, but they're stuck with Brock Purdy. I don't think he's gonna be all that. And
Hmm.
they were the reason the NFL added that new rule. You can add like what a third quarterback on the roster without taking up a spot.
Yeah, basically.
That's that's horseshit, man.
Yep.
That's on them for not being prepared. You
Hmm.
know you're already on your what was he their third string quarterback or something
Yeah.
like that, and you're going to the NFC Championship game
Yep.
with that. Come on, you gotta be more prepared, in my opinion. So yeah,
Man,
49ers are gonna drop off.
now they got their gold quarterbacks with the Raiders now, so we'll see how they do.
Yeah, yeah,
Jimmy G.
yeah. I think Jimmy G will. I think he'll do good with the Raiders. I do.
Hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Yep. It could be a whole system thing. It could have been, he's perfect for that 49ers system, or he could be a really good quarterback. It just depends, I guess.
I mean, I like Jimmy G. I do think they were wrong for trying to go with Trey Lance over him.
Hmm.
I do. And then Trey Lance went out and Jimmy G came in and had his injury there. So I mean, if healthy, Jimmy G is a top 10 quarterback.
Yep.
He's proven that. Um, yeah, I think he's a good fit for Vegas. I do.
Hmm.
Um, now that Carr is gone. I think he fits in well with Vegas. I do. Just
Yeah.
he's the pretty boy of the NFL, so
True,
send him to
true.
Vegas.
Now, I'm going to surprise you with this, but what do you think the chances of a division possibly going, 8-9 or worse and making the playoffs? Do you think it'd be the NFC North if the Lions and, let's say the Vikings for, because Cousins is hit or miss
Yeah,
last
he's hit
year.
or miss. Um,
Do you think that could be a division that could possibly make the playoffs with the losing record?
yeah, I could see that happening. If that were to happen, I would probably lean more toward that being the Lions.
Hmm.
Just because how I mean the Vikings had a really good year, like regular season. Can't take that away. Pulled off the greatest comeback in like NFL history.
Yeah.
So I was actually shocked on that. I really wanted them to lose, but leave it to Matt Ryan to choke again.
Right.
So yeah, I could see that happening at an 8-9 record.
Hmm.
I really wouldn't like to see it happen, but it
Right.
could very well happen.
Mhm.
So
Well, I think I'm gonna probably call it here in a couple minutes, but is there anything that you want to shout out? YouTube channels? Do you stream
um
on Twitch? Anything like that?
I'm gonna be posting on my channel here probably in the next couple weeks of just some hype videos for the season. But I don't know exactly when, but I know next couple weeks that's my goal. But question for you while I got you on here.
Hmm.
This season, the Kelly Green jerseys come back.
Hmm.
Are you excited for that?
I am.
I'm ready to get them out again. That I love the Kelly Green. I do.
What I would love to see, which they haven't done yet, and I want to see it, is all black. Even the helmet. Just give me a black helmet with black pants, black, jersey. I
Yeah,
thought
I mean,
that.
I did read that there's a rule you're only allowed like one alternative jersey or
Hmm.
whatever. So if the Kelly Green is coming back this year, like they said, I have a feeling the black's gonna be out, which does suck because I just bought a black helmet before the season started.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is cool if it is a one and done kind of ordeal, if they can go back and forth each season.
Hmm.
But I'm excited for the Kelly Green. I am. Get him out again.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like him. I do, but
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. I
I don't know
think
when we'll use them, but we'll see.
probably a Dallas or a Monday night game.
Probably a Monday night game. That's when we featured the all black, so it
Hmm.
was a Monday night game, I believe.
Yeah, I think
So,
those all black look real nice for the Eagles, but
oh
they always
yeah,
had that. I always hate that because they had the black jersey, black pants, but then they had the green helmet. It was like, ugh.
it was weird. Yeah,
It's like why? It's not. I mean, I can't. It's not as bad as those old blue and yellow ones we had from way
dude,
back
I
in the day.
hate. I want one just to say I have one,
Hmm.
but I don't like it. That's ugly, man. I
Yep.
don't get it. I really don't. But the Kelly
So,
Green, I'm looking forward to.
yep. What is your YouTube channel in case people, that follow me
Uh,
or subscribe to me or actually could get to?
it is Philly_Nation, capital P, capital N. I can
Okay.
send you the. I'll put it in the description.
Okay.
So
Sounds good
I'll
to
be
me.
doing a lot on there next couple weeks. We'll see.
Um, Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for
It's
having me.
a lot different than Jordan's, I know that, but
Well, this is
something different.
still, it was nice to be able to actually talk about the Eagles with an
Hmm.
Eagles fan. 'Cause it's anytime I tell Jordan something about the Eagles, he downgrades it.
Yep.
When I don't know why I would do that. We're a better team,
Yeah.
but I mean, there was a lot of beef going on when he got Gardner Johnson. So
Yeah. Oh,
I that was a tough week for me. It
don't
was.
worry. They'll trade them back to us in a year or two. That since they
Yeah.
always trade their players.
Honestly, I I never wish this upon anyone, but
Hmm.
I hope he doesn't have the same season he did last year with them.
Hmm.
Just just
Yep.
because.
Yep.
But he'll still do good. He's a great player.
True. Well, I will definitely make sure I put your link in the description. Take care of that. Make sure you get some more
Alright.
subs and views. Um,
Yes, sir.
is there anything else you want to shout out? You got
Um,
anything coming up?
not that I can think of, no.
Okay. Well, you
Alright,
have a great rest of your night. I'm gonna
alright.
end this here, and thank you all for watching episode 2. Episode 3 will probably come up pretty soon too, because I'm gonna try and go back to back because I missed 10 days.
Yeah,
So, um,
happens.
thank you again, and
Yep,
you have a
thank
great
you.
rest of your night.
You too.